Good morning. Let's begin. Come onto your mats, sit comfortably, eyes closed. As we prepare to start our asana practice, take your time to slowly turn inward, check in with the body, the breathing. Become aware of how you're holding each part. Freedom in the body is when all the parts feel free and independent, as if they're holding their own weight, which is what brings a feeling of lightness. No part is heavy, depending on another part to support constantly. So see how you're holding each part. This lightness, this freedom at the level of the body, to a large extent, comes from holding the body in a neutral and light way, not clenching very hard unnecessarily, not letting any parts be passive, heavy, pressing into each other or the floor. So take your time to observe all the parts, your legs, your buttocks and hips, all of the back muscles, the belly, chest, your shoulders, arms, neck, head, and face. Holding the spine neutral, chest open, belly soft, shoulders relaxed. Will allow the breathing to be smooth, free, happening in the most effective way. As you observe the body, the breathing, you're allowing the mind also to settle down a bit. Though it's still pretty early in the morning, you'll notice that since the moment you're up, the mind has been engaged and busy. So while we are on the mat, taking this time to stay present here and now, bringing both the body and mind to a state of ease, developing the ability to remain aware, to remain conscious of what we are doing, what is happening in the body breath, can be an anchor for presence, for ease, even through the day. So set your intention now to remain aware of the whole body, of the breathing through all the practices. To remain aware and present here and now. Every moment you're aware. Even if your attention goes to what I'm showing, what I'm saying, maybe even some distractions outside, to a large part, your awareness is anchored in the body posture, body sensations, and the breathing. Tell yourself that with a relaxed mind, you will enjoy all the practices, being fully present, Now, feeling the energy within, feeling all those subtle sensations within, and becoming aware of the space outside, connecting with the larger energy field around us. Let us chant our three Omkaras. Exhale, take a nice breath in. Om. Remain aware of the whole body, the breathing, the inner body sensations, and rubbing your palms. You can cup your eyes and slowly blink them open. Hi Ravi, good morning. All right, let's come up to a standing position. Today's practice, we are going to go with a slow practice, what we used to say yin style, but I would say this is actually the true Hatha yoga practice where you stand and hold postures for long. So, things to remember here, keep your attention on the body, the inner body sensations, and keep your attention also on the pressure. Where are you feeling the weight of the body? Is it on the parts that are touching the floor? Is it like one part pressing into another? So constantly making those readjustments to see how you can find lightness. So just starting now, stand with your feet slightly apart, spread your toes, lift your heels, place them down, press into the outer edges, the inner edges of the feet, and come into a neutral position. Now shift all your weight to the right leg. Notice how the body is feeling. If there is truly a sense of freedom here, because we are letting all the weight intentionally fall on the right leg. Now shift to the left leg. Feel the weight on the left foot. You'll notice that some parts feel more contracted, as if there is that free flow is stopped in the body. I mean, it's restricted in some way. Now come into the middle and notice the feeling of ease that comes as soon as the weight is balanced on both. It feels like energy is moving freely. So that quality of what we are feeling here is what we try to bring. Now, suppose you shift your weight again to the right. See how far you can shift while still trying to be active with the other foot, trying to come back to that same state of neutrality, that effortlessness that you felt in the center. Maybe you'll still shift a little to keep that weight balanced a bit. So, though you're shifting, still trying to tilt, slowly by becoming aware, if you put a little weight on the left also, then this will also start feeling effortless. So just to give a small glimpse, so that constantly you're checking, seeing what adjustment you make, and also doesn't mean you're shifting all the weight all the time, right? You take it little by little, so where you can still feel the weight is balanced on the other foot also. And with that, when you shift, how you can still try to maintain that equilibrium. So the other thing is not to force yourself into asanas. Go light and easy, trying to find that neutral light space in the body. So this is teaching us the art of actually holding asanas, because you have to finally, with a little effort, come back to effortlessness. So standing comfortably, we'll start with a Tadasana only. This time, not interlocking the fingers and all, but you're just raising the arms, joining the palms. So stand nice and firm, balanced, and then raise your arms as you breathe in. Join your palms. Now, even with the palms joined, is your neck free to move slightly? If not, it's okay to feel a little bend in the elbows. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. It doesn't mean you're like crunching your ears, still keeping a little gap for the head. Now, where do you feel the work happening? Which part of the body is pulling all your attention? So instead of letting one part draw all your attention, you intentionally take your attention to all the other parts, the feet. See how the muscles on the back of the legs are feeling, the front of the legs. See how your hips are positioned. Are you arching too much? Are you rounding too much with the lower back? Can you keep it neutral? And while your attention is on the torso, check how your breathing is. Are you able to breathe into your belly? Is any part of the torso clenched? And what about the sensations through the arms? And the other thing is, mentally, can you be neutral to what is happening? Because this posture, we are not actually hurting the body, lesser chance of creating injury. If at all you feel discomfort, it might be because the muscles are not used to this. So mentally, how can you be neutral to whatever you're sensing right now? Can you feel that even your fingertips are supporting you here, gently pressing into each other to bring that lightness, effortlessness? And now staying neutral, being okay with whatever is happening. A very simple pose to look at, right? 4, 3, feeling effortless, but still feeling that every part is active, even your toes. And 1. Slowly bringing your arms down. Notice the sensations. Now that you have come out of the pose, feel the movement of energy, maybe more in the arms, shoulders. So finding that inner silence, stability, effortlessness in how we hold our asana. Now just make a few shoulder rolls to release any tension, stress in the shoulders. And reverse, just to bring a little more freedom in the shoulders. Okay, now lift your shoulders up, back, down to keep them at ease. Your hands are by your sides. You're still actively spreading your toes, that slight activeness in the soles of your feet. Now, you just tilt your head to the side as if the ear is trying to touch the shoulder. So you feel the stretch on the side of the shoulder, on one shoulder, on the side of the neck. Now, even here, practice the same. Without letting that one part draw your attention, stay with that full body awareness. Notice the difference it makes. Your chin is still slightly tucked in. You're not letting the chin come forward. That will make sure the spine is properly aligned in the neck also. If it feels very intense, you can straighten up a bit. But you will notice that with that full body awareness, the feeling of tightness starts dissolving in the neck. 4, stay aware of the whole body, all sensations, and your breathing. 2, 1. And slowly straightening up. And this time, dropping your head to the other side. Keep that chin slightly tucked in to keep that alignment of the neck prop. And we are not like frozen here. So make those micro adjustments. We are still alive with every part. There is work happening right from the feet, even to the fingers. That light activeness will bring that feeling of effortlessness. So, the true way of practicing your asanas is exploring the threshold, how far you can go, staying aware of the whole body. So, you'll notice that with that effortlessness, your body starts opening up. 3, 2, and 1. Gently straightening up. Take a moment, and this time looking up. Feel that the front of the neck, those muscles are also active below the chin. And instead of paying attention to sensations only around the neck, internally feel the whole body. Stay with that full body awareness. Slowly, with practice, moving through asanas as if nothing much is happening. And that is where the deeper work is actually happening of releasing the knots, the blockages, the tightness. Because in this full body awareness, we are not clenching, tightening. In fact, we feel a constant expansion. 3, 2, 1. Now, slowly bringing your head to a neutral position, take a moment, and then last, we'll drop it down. Let your chin fall. You're still aware of the whole body, holding that lightness, that freedom in each part. And freedom also means you're not locking any of the joints. You are open, expansive, stretched out, but you're not locking any of the joints. And that will make sure the muscles are engaged without putting strain on the joints, whether it's the knees, the hips, even the ankles, shoulders, or any part of the spine. 2, breath and full body awareness. 1. And gently bringing your head back to the center. If you're feeling a lot of the weight on the feet, probably that awareness is not there of the full body. Check. So this is a practice you can do even in your day-to-day life. Whenever you're standing, even talking to somebody, doing something, check if you're holding the body with that freedom in the joints, that activeness, lightness in every part, in all the muscles. Now we go into a forward fold where we can, again, many times we let the body become passive, where we are actively stretching out the backside of the body. So standing with your feet slightly apart only, take a breath in. As you breathe out, allowing the belly to go in, you roll forward. You can start even by bending your knees. Let your hands hang loose for a bit. Try to reach your fingertips to the floor with the knees bent. See how the back is feeling. Let the belly rest on the thigh. Allow the back to stretch out a little.
Take a few moments and then straightening the knees even if your hands move away from the feet. Now see if you can keep your arms by the side of the ears. Doesn't matter where that is. And if you feel the need to keep the knees bent slightly, it's fine. But even if they are straight, you're not locking the knees. If you need to take the time to come out, maybe gently stretch your arms up, Geeta, if you're feeling discomfort, or move your hips a little. You can stay there. The rest of you can stay there for a bit, but see how you can stay with that full body awareness. Now, even here, how can you feel that you're not pressing into your feet? How can you feel free and light in all parts? Notice how so much of the asanas is not about how it looks or how much you're forcing yourself, pushing yourself. You know that you need to make effort, but constantly finding that effortlessness and then pushing your threshold, testing it by trying to go a little deeper. For constant full body awareness, check if you're holding. No tension in the shoulders, neck. 2, feeling the stretches on the backside, but still not feeling them too much because you're aware of all other parts, even on the front side of the body. And now taking your hands on the waist, take a few moments and slowly lift up to make sure you don't strain the back as you come back up. And relax. Find that lightness, weightlessness again on the feet. We'll go into a back bend. We'll give ourselves a little bit of challenge by raising the arms, palms in a namaste. If you feel it's very intense, like now the middle part of the body will have to bear a lot of weight, especially when you raise the arms, the upper body feels a little heavier. If it's very intense, you can interlock your fingers, open out one pointing finger. Otherwise, can you challenge yourself to find effortlessness even if the palms are just touching each other? So now raise your arms, join your palms, and then gently lean back. You don't need to lift your head up with this. We'll try to keep the ears aligned with the arms. You just look with the chin tucked in, look ahead of you, maybe diagonally at the ceiling. And you don't even have to go very deep right away. Wherever you are, can you practice the same way? Not giving in by taking your attention to only those parts where you feel stronger sensations. Being fair, being neutral, giving as much attention maybe to your feet and soles, to your palms and fingers. With that full body awareness, observe the freedom, the freeness in your joints. Even along the spine, you're not letting all the weight fall on the lower back, keeping it fixed or frozen. Feeling as if there is still freedom to move the spine. If it's too intense, you can straighten up a bit, but constantly with that full body breath awareness. Freedom in the body naturally results in freedom in the breathing. 4, whenever you feel it's getting intense, remind yourself to become aware of all other parts that will naturally start balancing the weight. 2, and 1. Slowly straighten up, relax, observe the sensations. Practicing like this, it doesn't take long to come back to a state of that samasthiti, neutral in the sensations. Next, we go into a simple Kati Chakrasana twist where we will raise the arms and then twist so that you place one palm on the opposite shoulder, the other hand just behind you on your back. And you try to look back as if you're pushing the shoulder open to look at the diagonal corner of the room. And then you close your eyes and again come back to that same full body awareness. Breathe and raise, breathe out, twist. Now, if you can close your eyes, otherwise, eyes slightly open for balance, but a soft gaze without fixing your gaze on anything. And once you are there, again, feel the whole body. Is there freedom in the spine? In every joint? Maybe it's in the fingers, maybe in the foot and toes. Observe your spine, the hips, aware of the whole body at all times, aware of the breathing. And even with that full body awareness, while you're here, feeling that, as you breathe in, feeling that expansion, that prana movement, expansion upward and light. As you breathe out, feeling that movement of the apana vayu, a little bit of heaviness downward, relaxing. 4, 3. Today, your intention is to constantly come back to that full body awareness and see how effortless you can feel here. And 1. Now, breathing in, open your arms out. And you can twist to the other side. Take your time to adjust in the posture where you feel more stable, but also with a little bit of challenge. And then try to come back to that neutrality, to that effortlessness. No part of the body is out of the range of your awareness, meaning you are aware of every part, every joint. Are you holding the body free, even in the asana? 5. Knowing when mentally you can be okay with the discomfort, knowing when it might be challenging for the body actually, and then you want to make it a little easier. 3, 2, 1. Now, slowly, as you breathe in next, untwisting, relax. Observe how you're feeling. What we've done so far is very simple practices, but because of how we have done it, it can bring a lot of freedom, a lot of opening through all the parts that we've actively moved. And now we open the legs out. One more posture, which we have done a lot of times, but giving ourselves a little more challenge by going into half a trikonasana. So you can open your feet out, turn the right foot out, try to adjust the position of your hips, shoulders where it's comfortable. Both feet, check your position. Now, even here, while you're standing here, can you become aware of the whole body? You'll notice a difference. You will start feeling lighter on both the feet. Make sure your lower back is not arching. If you have a tendency to arch the back, Make it a little neutral by tilting the pelvis slightly, but you don't have to do it overly. So now breathing in, raise your arms shoulder level, palms facing the front. And this time, we'll go slowly a few degrees at a time. So you're lengthening and then shifting. Stay there for a little bit. We've only gone a few degrees into the tilt. You're not placing your hand on the leg, but through this now, can you find freedom in the hips? You're not locked the pelvis, the hip joints in place. You have not locked your knees or the ankles. Even the toes are free to move if you want to. Freedom as if you're able to move whichever part. If I want to, I can move my shoulders, move my elbows. So nothing is locked in place. Taking your attention to all parts, seeing how far with that full body awareness you come to a state where you don't feel the asana much. And when you are there, you can probably test your threshold a little bit more and again go back to that full body awareness. But the key is to find that effortlessness. Now, if the upper arm especially is feeling numb, feel free to move it forward or a little lower because the shoulder might be creating a little bit of compression, the shoulder joint. So feel free to adjust and staying with that full body awareness, trying to feel free and light in the whole body. Easy breathing. 4, 3. If you're feeling strong sensation somewhere or the weight more on one part, maybe try taking your attention again, just sweeping through the other parts as well. And 1. Slowly come back up, relax, turn your foot in, take a moment. And let's move to the other side, opening out the left foot. Even with the small changes, when you open the foot, take the other foot in, notice where you're feeling the sensations. Then come back to your full body awareness. Inhale, raise your arms. First, feel free in the knees, in the hips. Every part is free to move if it needs to. And then with that lightness, tilt. See if you can be aware of the whole body at once. If not, straighten up a bit. It's perfectly okay. So you are tilting, but to what degree you decide. Wherever you are, can you stay with that full body awareness? If one part keeps drawing your attention, then maybe you can ease it up a bit. And then after a while, once you settle, you can move down. And if you have a shoulder problem, so Geeta, if you want in this, because we are holding for a while, you can even take your hand on the waist if that shoulder feels a strain. So, but with constant full body awareness, you are not straining any of the joints. 4, staying there. Are you aware of your fingers? Are you aware of your toes? 2, are you feeling free in the knees, the hips, on both sides? Full body awareness. And coming up. Relax. Turn your foot in. You can come out of your wide leg stance. Now we'll move closer to the floor with a little more support from the floor, opening up the hips and the rest of the body also. You can come to the back of your mat, come on your knees, come on your palms. We'll start with the puppy pose. and a twist. Stay with your knees right underneath the hips, and then walk your arms forward, slowly lowering the chest towards the floor. Keep your hips above the knees. Only the chest is opening up, taking your forehead towards the floor. Now, here, because we're anyway going to the floor, it's natural to go into the full pose because gravity is acting more. But even while you're here, can you move your attention to all parts? Make sure the joints are still free. Just because so many parts are touching the floor doesn't mean we become passive. Feel the top of your feet on the mat, feel your toes. Practicing the same way. Geeta, if you can, take the hips back a little. They're a little, yeah, ahead of the shoulder, knees. Yes. You are aware of the whole body. If you're feeling strong sensations, maybe your attention is not on all the parts. Take it to even the little parts. Observe all the muscles in your fingers, even each of the toes are you aware of. Practice full body awareness. And now, as you breathe in, you'll gently press into your feet and palms. Lift your head slightly. We'll go into the twist. Take your right arm underneath the left. Push it in gently. Take your time and we'll go into the twist here, puppy pose twist. Rest the side of your head on the mat. You can keep your hand on the mat itself, the left arm, or place it on your back if you want to. But now, just because you've taken the hand back, check, are you letting the head be too heavy on the mat? Are you allowing the shoulder to be too heavy on the mat? Yeah. Going into the twist. Ravi, are you able to go into the twist? So one hand is underneath the other. The twist that we go, no, one hand is looped underneath. Yes. And then the other hand can go on your back if you want or keep it on the mat. But listen to your body, make the adjustments so that you can stay with that full body awareness. These posture where more parts are touching the floor, pay attention to not allowing the weight to be in one part only, no part pressing hard into the mat. Not even your head, not even the shoulder. 3, 2, 1. Now slowly coming back to the center, twisting to the other side. This time you loop the left arm, push it in, place the side of your head on the mat. Adjust. See if you want to keep your hand down or take that hand on your back. But either way, the minute you lift your hand, the natural thing is for the head to take more of the weight. That is fine, but can you still feel that lightness? Full body awareness, as if all parts, those which are not touching the mat, are also holding some of the weight. Still finding that lightness with full body awareness. 4, 3. If you find it challenging to feel weightless, place that palm back, which is okay. Then that will also take a little bit of weight. 2. Practicing the right way, where we hardly feel the asana.
and 1. Slowly placing your palm back, coming up to the center. Now we go into a balasana, whichever version works for you, either with the legs together or the feet apart. Child's pose, where you sit back on your heels. This could be with a gap between your knees or the feet together. Now you'll take your hands, if comfortable, take them by the side of the body. You're letting your head hang loose. Again, a great posture to see how all the weight can immediately sink into the legs. Even here, how is it possible to feel that the back is holding its own weight? The hips are holding their own weight, as if the knees and ankles are free to move if they want to here. How, with that full body awareness, can you let the breathing feel complete, whether you're inhaling or exhaling? 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly come up into a Vajrasana. Take your time. Another beautiful asana to feel that full body awareness. In your Vajrasana, how can you find that lightness? Can feel very challenging because there is a lot of pressure on the legs, on the lower legs, the knee joints. But still trying to feel that the torso, the hips, the rest of the body are holding some weight. Can you still be aware of the whole body? Take some support if you need to, Geeta. Even if you need to place your fingertips on the mat for a little bit of load balancing. But finally, coming to that state where you hardly feel the body even here. Not every pose we can feel it right away, but with practice, that is where we are headed. And now you can release, stretch your legs out, bring them to the front, coming to Dandasana. And bring the soles of your feet together. We'll sit in a very relaxed butterfly today as we pay attention to our breathing. So bring the soles of your feet together. You're not pulling them very close to the body. You're not moving them too far away. Lift your buttocks and sit them down. Yes. If you feel very uncomfortable, take them forward. Again, start where it's easiest and then adjust. You don't even have to hold the feet. Hold where it's comfortable. It's fine even if you want to keep your hands by the side of your hips and keep the spine long. So find the version of butterfly where you feel comfortable and go back to your asana practice. Fully present. Make sure there is some activeness in the toes and feet, where even if you're not holding them, they are together. That shows that the lower legs are not passive. Slowly trying to make the spine neutral. With that full body awareness, allowing the tightness on the inner thighs, groins to release. Your neck is in a neutral position, feeling long in the spine. If you feel your spine is rounding too much, Maybe for some part of this asana, you can keep your hands down and try to keep your spine long. Yes, a little bit of support from the palm and fingers if needed. And then again, try to find that lightness, effortlessness. You'll notice your body is ready to open up a little more when you feel light, when you're aware of the whole body, when you're not forcing it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slowly move your feet forward a bit, lengthen your spine, and gently lean forward. You can place your fingertips on the floor or wherever it feels like it supports you. Now there is more of a chance that you feel the legs pressing into the mat. So you don't even have to go all the way. Go a few degrees. Are you aware of the upper body also? Can you feel light on the legs, your ankles? If you are, then challenge yourself a little bit more and try to find that lightness. Like even your feet can lift off the floor if they want. That is freedom, independence. 4, no clenching, tightening the upper body or the lower body. Every joint free, every muscle free. And 1. Slowly straightening up and relax. You can come back up, release the legs, stretch them out, and just get into a lying down position. Take a few moments of a break. Though ideally in this style of practicing, body is constantly in ease. So it doesn't feel like it needs a very long break, but just to observe how you feel when you lie down. Stay alert to the whole body. Do you feel any part becoming passive, heavy, which is natural when the body is tired. But for just the next 2 asanas, we'll try to stay light now. So as you lie on the mat also, can you, with that full body awareness, feel light on the mat? Many times when we let go, we say allow the body to feel heavy. But today, with just that full body awareness, can you hold that lightness? Can you hold that freedom in the body? Like it's not dependent on the mat to come to a state of ease. And now we do our single leg Pavanamuktasana, bending the right leg, bringing the right knee towards the chest, slightly active in the left leg. Yes. Just lift your head once, bring it towards the knee, take a breath, and then you can rest your head back and hold the pose. Because today, with the head relaxed, we're going to practice and bring the same quality to our asana practice. Mostly intensity is felt on the hip flexor, the front of the hip joint of the leg that is bent, or intensity is felt in how we are clenching the fingers. How can you release that intensity? By becoming aware of all parts. You are aware of every part altogether, your toes, your hands, how the back is pressing into the mat, how the breathing is. Coming back to that state of neutrality, like samasthiti. If it's too intense, you can push the knee away slightly, adjust if needed. 4, 3. How can you come to a state where you hardly feel the asana in any one specific part of the body? 2, 1. Now slowly releasing, stretch the leg out. Observe the sensations, take a few moments, and then you bend the left leg. At every stage, seeing how you can feel the same throughout the body. You are challenging the body, maybe here keeping that other leg nice and active, but again, no clenching there. Even the straight leg, the knee is free to move if it wants to. The hip is free. And see how much you can pull the thigh onto the belly. So you keep challenging with full body awareness, finding that weightlessness, effortlessness. And once you reach that stage, you challenge yourself further, find that ease again. 4, 3, you're aware of how your fingers are interlocked, whether the straight leg is also able to feel light, light on your lower back, shoulders at ease. And 1, gently releasing, stretch the leg out, take a few moments. Now, one more active pose here, again with the same quality, bridge pose. Bending your knees, bring your heels as close as you can, shift them closer to the buttocks. Now spread your toes as if you're preparing your feet also. Spread your fingers as if your hands are also going to support you. Chin is tucked in. Start with a gentle lift of the hips and then adjust your shoulder blades. See if the chest also can lift up. This is more active, so it's natural to feel the body weight on the mat. But slowly work on feeling that freedom in the knee joint, your hips. No part is locked in place. And stay aware even of the crown of your head, though it's not doing much. Stay aware of your facial expression. You're aware of each and every part all at once. 4. So postures like this will show us that it may not be possible to feel right away that effortlessness. But with practice, it starts feeling a lot easier and effortless just with that full body awareness. 2. Still feeling light on all the parts touching the mat. 1. Now slowly release. Relax. Stretch your legs. Take a moment. Now we do our supine twist. So take a few moments lying down. And then gently bending your knees, bringing them to the chest. Roll once on your back side to side. And then opening your arms out, keeping the knees as close to the chest as possible. Drop your legs to the left. Turn your head to the right. And today, instead of allowing the body to feel heavier, See if you can stay with that full body awareness and instead trying to feel light on all the parts touching the floor. We'll stay here a little longer. 7. Make sure your feet are also resting, but with lightness. Each leg is holding its own weight. Your hips are still free and active. 5. 4. Your shoulders, head are light. 2. 1. And gently coming to the center, twisting to the other side. Let your legs settle, let your shoulders and neck settle, and then eyes closed. Practice becoming weightless. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Full body awareness. 4. Ease in your breathing. 3, 2, 1. And gently coming back to the center, hugging your knees, rolling side to side. And now point your feet up to the ceiling, palms up, clench and release your toes and fingers, move your ankles, wrist joints a few times. Take your arms overhead, take your legs onto the mat, give yourself a nice full body stretch, and then relax. I've spoken a lot through the whole class. Now, in complete silence, simply be. And even in Shavasana today, finding that lightness as if you are light, like the space around you. Weightless, limitless. Now, as the body rests, relax. Bring your attention to the eye, the part of you knows that the body is resting. And think of the eye like the space around your body that is just holding your body. Consciousness, the I that is living through this body mind, is described in all the scriptures and all the texts and even by all the spiritual teachers, enlightened masters, as being light with no boundaries, expansive. The I is something that cannot be described. So in a way, you can think that whatever you can describe
is not the I. I is the underlying spaciousness, silence, stillness, from which the whole of creation manifested. So today, I will let you stay here as the I. And whenever you feel ready to come back from your practice, come back into the outer world, you can feel free to gently move your body and come up. But if you have the time and can afford to, I would say abide in that I for a little longer. Thank you.